If interviewing is not your strong suit, make it your strong suit. And that means just practice in the mirror, talk to yourself.
All right. Today we have Jay. Jay is a member of the Women in Project Management Network. Jay is going to tell us a little bit about herself, what she's been up to since she landed her job and all that stuff. But quickly before we continue, my name is Anna and I am the owner founder of the Women in Project Management Network. My network supports women who are looking for an opportunity in project management, learn the steps they need to take so they can land their dream jobs. And we have Jay today. So Jay, do you want to quickly introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Jay Bell. How are you guys? I think I joined September, October of last year. I wanted to fully change my career path a couple years ago, and I really took it more serious because I wanted to have more substance and actually fulfill my skill sets that I felt like I was being underestimated in a lot of ways.
Okay, awesome. So speaking of the skills, were you a project manager before you decided to transition into project management or look for an opportunity within the project management space?
I wasn't not necessarily in official title and corporate ladder, but I've always been in the project manager coordinator realm, whether it was in the military or any of my previous employers. I've had the opportunity to take on certain tasks that were of the basic scope of a project manager.
Oh, okay. So what are some of those skills that you were able to transfer from your previous role in the military or project coordinator or an unofficial title as a project manager? What are some of the skills that you were able to transfer into when you were starting to look for your role?
First and foremost, I would definitely pay homage to my military career. The organization, the discipline, adhering to a schedule, being able to be very flexible and adaptable. And then also communication, interpersonal skills was really big. Also can go into my entrepreneurial aspect where I owned a business and I've had to have projects where we were working on staffing, having to allocate resources, budget management, household, being a mom. I think that's number one. Having a family, having a household. A lot of people you underestimate being a mother or just a parent, period. I don't want to just say woman power, but at the end of the day, being a parent and running a home is being a bona fide project manager if you want to be literal. And those were the things that I kind of made sure I highlighted when going into an official title.
Yeah. So that's amazing, Jay, and thank you for your service in the military and utilizing some of those skills that you brought from there. You said it was very disciplined. You credit your learning some of those skills from there as well, and also just being a mom, managing your home, managing your kids' schedules, finances, budget, and all that stuff.
Right.
That's amazing. But quick question for you: certifications, because a lot of people say, "Hey, I'm gonna wait to get my certification before I start." My project manager role. Did you have any certifications when you started looking, or did you gain them as you were looking?
As I was looking, I gained certifications. So prior to, I did have some data analytics background, but as far as like official certifications, I started really looking deeply into them and obtaining them to include the project manager certification, the Scrum certification, product owner certification are the three main things that either I am obtaining or have obtained since.
Oh, okay. All right. So you were looking for your role, you gained your certifications. How many interviews did you go through? I know we had a quick story where you got an opportunity, but they were asking you to buy your own laptop. That one just but yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
I remember reporting to you, and I was probably one of the faster ones who actually started gaining interviews. But I think the first 30, I'll say the first 8 weeks, I probably had like 30 interviews. It was a large, like I think I was doing like two a day, and I was literally mentally drained after each week. But because as everyone, the small community knows, my cousin is the reason why I'm in the station. And I used to confide in her, like, I'm tired. Like I don't know what to do. But it built character because I would pass or go through the first couple interviews and it would say, oh, well, you're not strong enough in this skill set, or you weren't very knowledgeable in this aspect, or just your interview, you didn't come off confident because the term is, what is it? Not fraud. It's at the tip of my tongue. Imposter syndrome.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, so just having to, I think every interview made me stronger. And I'm very happy that I was kind of impeded, and a stampede of interviews did come my way. I knew that I had the skill set, and one of my weaknesses was always talking about myself and talking about skill sets. But I could tell you in a very informal conversation about myself, but formally I used to be very modest. Like, I'm not that great.
Yeah.
Poking my chest out and really letting them know, like, look, I can do this and probably do this with my eyes closed. And as time progressed, I got better and better, and it came to my avail at final.
Yeah. So you finally got your role. Was it the salary you expected?
The initial role, yes, I definitely did, because my goal was to meet a certain percentage difference in my previous role. So it met that and some, but I knew the possibilities. I'm very aware of what I can be, or where I can be financially on the scale. And I've always been the person where, like, I'm gonna work hard and do what I can in my present role, but I'm always striving. It's not always about me chasing the money, but I'm always striving for my worth. I'm making sure properly compensated for the work that I do, because I know I do good work.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So how did that change your life? Because I remember you're like, no, I need to make this 6 figures. It's changed your life. How did it change your life?
It gave me leverage.
Yeah.
And when I feel like I have leverage, it definitely instantaneously boosts my confidence. Having my kids, it helps being able to fund in a way, or even just have the time to do family things with my kids, spend time or go to a certain event that they want to go to, have equipment available to them so that certain sporting events, have certain sporting events, or just having that peace of mind knowing that I'm not check to check. I think
Oh,
that's
I hear you. I hear. We've all been there. I remember one time, even me, I used to live paycheck to paycheck.
right.
I'm just counting my coins because until my next paycheck. So it's truly a blessing to be able to be there for your kids and give them the things that they deserve, especially as they're growing up and wanting to be in different activities and things like that. So that's amazing. So one last question for you. What advice would you give to anyone who is looking for their role? We know that when looking for a project manager role, it's a full-time job on its own. What kind of what do they call it? Advice would you give those people?
My advice would be stay the course. It's coming. It can be difficult. If interviewing is not your strong suit, make it your strong suit. And that means just practice in the mirror, talk to yourself, use your spouse. Your kids are great audiences. I use them too. And they will, their little inklings of good job, mom, or great, like you did smile in that, that answer. Even if they don't know what they're really talking about, it's small nuances that boost your confidence. But I definitely say stay the course. You got it. It's gonna come. If it doesn't, you're one step closer to getting that yes.
Yeah, no, kids keep us honest. And I like that, you have to just be patient, keep pushing, don't give up. You said at some point you confided in your cousin because you're like, this is too much, because you're getting so many interviews, but you were patient. And you said it was a test of your character. So it showed, you can have that patience, you have that ambition to get what you want. So I truly thank you, Jay, for joining me today and sharing a little bit of your background, how you started, where you're at now. And I wish you all the best, and we'll see you around. So thank you so much.